The Bridge School is made up of the Bridge Primary and the Bridge Secondary School. On this site here we've got 109 students, and they are in classes of between 8 and 10 children in a class, with a teacher and then 3 teaching assistants, sometimes 4 teaching assistants in a class. The curriculum here is similar to what you'd see in any primary school. So we have English, maths, science, ICT, PE. I guess it's how we organise the groups that makes it a bit different. So we would do things like shorter sessions, so 20 minutes for a lesson and then followed by a movement break. Everything we do is about communication. So if you're doing an art lesson, lots of lovely paints and having a great time, but actually the focus will be on a child communicating with you. So you might sabotage the lesson a little bit so that they have to ask for a paintbrush or a particular colour paint, and then you give them the symbols so that they can ask for that. And that's our real focus on the lesson. So that's what makes the Bridge different. The other aspect is the learning environment. So the corridors are lovely and quiet and wide. And when you walk around the school, most parents are absolutely amazed at how quiet it is. And that's really because the children are very comfortable in this learning environment. And we use a lot of visuals. So when you look around the classes, there are lots and lots of visuals to show the children what's expected and to give them a chance to communicate. We are really lucky to have specialist rooms. We've got our sensory integration room where it's a soft play room. Children have a great time and they get to move around and expend a bit of energy. We've also got intensive interaction room. We've made a room that's dedicated to that. So having an even blanker space in our classrooms, which is a relatively small space, to give them lots of chance to interact with an adult and playing games, doing hide and seek with fabric, doing all kinds of interactive experiences so that children really engage with the adult and enjoy spending time with them.
This is reception. This is the first place you come when you come to the Bridge School.
Down this corridor are the offices. Now we do have a kitchen where we do a lot of our cooking activities. So most classes come into the kitchen for cooking once a week. We do a lot of work around helping children to eat and helping children to be used to being around different foods and encouraging them to eat lots of different foods. So for a lot of our children that's a real problem, but we work with you on helping with that. Down here we've got a library. It's just a small room with a small collection of books, but it does mean we can take children in to do small reading groups, and they love going in there. This space, our therapy team are in here. The teams work together to know all the right things to do for your children, and your children get them all day long. So the class staff are really well educated in different ways of working with the children, different ways of communicating, doing different sensory integration techniques, so that your children are ready to learn and get the very best education possible.
This is the swimming pool. We swim here every week.
Our school is a bit like a TARDIS, so you don't really believe that this is here till you get in the building. Most classes use this at least once a week, some classes twice a week, and we do have a swimming teacher twice a week who really supports those children who are just beginning to swim, and they have a lovely time. It's really warm, so it's like a big warm bath, and that's why the children love going in there so much. This room is our sensory integration room. When there aren't children in it, it looks quite dull, but it is very well used. The children love coming in here, and most of the day you'll find a group of children in here having a great time.
This is soft play. We come here to run, jump and play.
So here we have a hall. There's sort of 2 halves. One we use for dance and PE pretty much all week, and then the other half we use for the dining hall. All the food is cooked here in our kitchen. It's a halal kitchen, and it's Caterlink provide our lunches just like they do in most of the other schools in Islington. And then we can open up this into one big hall if we are doing a big event. So if we do a Christmas show or have a big party, we can have one big hall.
This is our classroom. We come here to do lots of learning.
So this is a typical classroom. So generally the walls are quite bare, all of our resources away in cupboards so that we just get out the things we want children to interact with. Every classroom's got a toilet in it so the children don't have to go very far. And then there is a small group room so they can take small groups off to do some work. Every class has got a little outside space we call the courtyard that goes between two classes usually, and they can just pop out here if they need a little break between sessions before they go into the big playground.
This is the playground.
And we come here to play with our friends.
The Bridge School is a fantastic place to be. We very much believe that everyone, so the staff and very much all the children, should have fun while they're at school. We have got an outstanding Ofsted and I'm very proud of the staff that work here. They work exceptionally hard. But the most important thing is that children have fun every day. We want them to enjoy coming to school and we want them to have the best learning opportunities while they're here. That's why we're all here. So we will speak to you on the phone soon.